Be making basics.
What's going on YouTube? Be Making Basics back again with another dope video. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe as well as give me a thumbs up. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into today's content. Now we're going to be making a Drake sample type beat in Logic Pro 10 in today's video. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, we actually already started making this sample right here in a previous video. So if you want to know how we made this sample, you could pretty much just go and, search on my channel. We got the Drake sample video on there as well. But yeah, let's just see what we can come up with here. First things first, I already have the sample loaded in the quick sampler. Okay, this is what the sample sounds like. All right, cool. And we made that from scratch. So it has some more parts to it, but we're going to get into that as we're making the beat here. But the first thing I'm going to actually do is I'm just going to delete all this stuff right here. And just to clean up everything, I already created a new session. So I'm going to do a save as, Command S. And so let's just see what we could do as far as chopping this sample up. First off, we can do a couple of different things. This is the quick sampler. If you're new to Logic Pro 10, you can actually get the quick sampler by creating a new track, going to software instrument, and then going down midway, quick sampler. You can pull that up like that. Quick sampler is pretty dope because you can drag and drop samples. Even if you make them from scratch, just drag them right in here and you can, manipulate them there. But let's just play around with this sample a little bit here. If we were to go and say reverse this, let's see what it sounds like. Okay, so that's a lot of sauce. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna create a bunch of different parts, and then we'll just figure out where we want to place them. So first part I'm gonna create is this reverse part. All right, bet. So we got that created. Just so you can also see what I'm doing on the screen, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up this quick musical typing. So double click on that, and then we're gonna quantize this. All right, bet. So that's the first part we're gonna do. Then all I'm gonna do is just double this. I'm gonna push Command D, and then I'm gonna come back in here, and we're gonna edit this and do another part. So I'm just gonna take this guy right here, make sure I'm in classic mode, take this guy right here. Let's see how that sounds. All right, bet. So we're gonna do that part next. Mute this so it's not clashing. All right, cool. And then what I'm gonna do is we'll go ahead and do the same thing we just did, but now putting the sample forward instead of reversing it. So I'll come over here and do it like so. Bad. So we got that right there. From here, let's go ahead and keep on going. Keep on going here. And if you ever want to zoom in on this sample right here, you just hold down Option and then like move left or right with your mouse or with your trackpad on your keyboard. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and record that. All right, bet. All right, cool. So we have some basic samples here. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go ahead and turn these samples that we just played from the quick sampler back into regular disc audio tracks. And I'm just gonna do this by right clicking and then pushing bounce in place on each one of them. So I could just say Drake sample Rev 1, mute that out. Right click and mute this on out. And you know, I know it's taking a little bit of time just to set this up, but once I set it all up, y'all gonna see basically kind of like what I'm doing and why I'm doing it in just a minute. So dang, I kind of need to. All right, cool. So let's do it like this. Double click on these. All right, bet. So now I'm gonna get all my audio files and we're just gonna like move those to the bottom here. So I have them all in place. Now, before I get started actually cooking up the beat, I do want to go ahead and also do like some high parts of the song too, like just to kind of really drive some stuff home here. So like for instance, for this. So instead of playing it like an octave right there, we can play it an octave higher. You'll see why I'm doing that later. Boom, got that there. Cool, bring him down just like so. And I'm also gonna do that on the reversed one. We're just creating the different parts of the song, like basically here, especially since we're using the sample. It's gonna make it so easy once I actually just start actually making the beat to this. All right, cool. So now that we have everything pretty much ready to roll, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll start cooking up the beat. So I'm just gonna go ahead and save this, do a save as, Command S. I'm gonna go ahead and delete all this other stuff. And now I'm just left with nothing but the audio of everything. And I can just pretty much put this all together like this. And I have different sections of the song pretty much already ready to go. So what I'll do is I'm just going to mute out everything here and we'll just start cooking up a beat for this. Let me see if I want to see. Yeah, cool. So we're going to start cooking up a beat. And I'm just going to go ahead and go with our quick sampler and we'll just drag and drop some drums in here. So let's see here. And I'm going to be using a mix between Bricks to Mains kit, all white bricks kit, and then I'm also going to use our kit, which is the next level drum kit. So I'm going to use this one. We could probably grab like some clap. Let me see. A real solid clap right there. So we'll start with a clap just to really get this going. Makes it kind of simple to, get a vibe. Just gonna go ahead and quantize this real quick. And if you're new to Logic Pro 10, sometimes what I like to do, or really now, I put this plug-in on my stereo out all the time. I know you don't necessarily have to. You can turn it down and then like boost the frequencies later. But I find when it comes to like mixing and making the beats and stuff like that, when I put this, what's this plugin called? When I put this Smack Attack plugin on here, and then put the clipping, like turn clipping on. Wait for it to load. Come on, man. What the heck? Turn this clipping part right here on. Then it basically allows you to make the beat or mix the beat, and you still get that umph, and it doesn't take anything away from like the kick and the snare and stuff like that. So on some plugins that you put on the master stereo out, it takes a little bit away, and it's like from the punch of the beat. So that's why I put this on here. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep on going. I got a clap here, and this is a beat I'm actually gonna put up on my site and sell, especially since it's an original beat technically. Let's see here. All right, bet. So now I'm gonna go ahead and come back over here to our kit here, and I'm going to actually go to the next level drum kit on this one. Let's go ahead and get like some hi-hats. That's a nice one. And we're just going to lay down a hi-hat pattern here. Let's close this out. Alright, cool. Let's just see. I like creating my hi-hat patterns with the quick sampler because it's pretty simple to do. I'm just going to go ahead and start here in this every other one, and then we can add some variation later. Let's do something simple, man, because sometimes when you can try to overcomplicate things, it can like make the beat too busy. So I'm gonna turn this down. Now what I want to do is add a little bit more to the hi-hat. But this time I'm going to create a brand new track here, and all I have to do is just push Command D to double it. Excuse me. Actually click on here, double this like that, and then go from step sequencer to piano roll. And what I want to do is do some type of like a hat roll, somewhere in the middle of this, in the middle of this section too. So I'm gonna do it like right before this second clap. I'm gonna do a snare, a hi-hat roll. And so basically I push Command and I push this little pencil tool, and I can come over here and push Command T to chop this up, get rid of this, and zoom in by holding down Option and zooming in like that. All right, and then we're gonna attempt to make sure that this is all lined up. I probably want to go ahead, like when you have like a more detailed pattern, you're gonna go higher in numbers on the quantizing, okay, or quantizing. So let's try 1/32. Locked it right in place. So for this, I'm actually gonna go ahead and hit this. Make sure note velocity selected and hit this guy right here, and I'm gonna turn this down some. And then I'm gonna basically take the mouse and scroll all the way up like this, and so it's gonna make this sound like it's kind of trailing off. So let's listen to that. See how that kind of had like a pretty dope sound here. And all I have to do now is, if I want to continue to do that pattern again in this second part of the beat or our loop, I just drag this over here, holding down Option first and then dragging it. All right, cool. So we got our hat roll, we got our clap. Next thing I want to do is add like an open hi-hat sound. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with another software instrument track and another quick sampler track for the instrument, and I'm just gonna drag and drop a open hi-hat in here. For that open hi-hat, I'm actually gonna go ahead and go back to the bricks kit right here and put an open hi-hat in there. All right, bet. So let's try this one and see how it's gonna sound. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. All right, cool. So we'll do it like that. Played a little bit off, but it's all good. We're just gonna go ahead and do Command A to highlight it, and I'm just gonna take this down some and put a little swing on it, lock it right in place. All right, bet. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and keep on building this beat up, man. We're gonna go ahead and start with like a simple drum pattern. And we're gonna actually use Bricks Kit for this as well, for the kick. Let's try this one. And if you ever hear like your sample, it kind of has like a little pop at the end. In Logic Pro 10, all you have to do is, once you're in classic mode, take this little guy up the top. This is your fade tool. You just pull it like this, and now it's not gonna have that pop. Compared to this. See how it had a little pop at the end? All right, bet. So now it's ready to go. All right, and as you see, I kind of played it like kind of on an off beat, just so that it kind of has that jazz vibe and that emotion to it, instead of this kind of playing it super robotic sounding. So let's listen to it again. bet. And then for the most part, you know, you can kind of see how we can start building this for different sections. And then we have these other sections right here. This is like a switch up in the beat. You know what I mean? And now we got a Drake sample type beat just ready to go. Now, a couple other things that I really want to do in this is add some type of a bass or sub or low ending sound to this. And so we're going to go ahead and first join some of these together because this is really going to be an 8-bar loop. I'm going to go ahead and push Command S. Make sure you're always saving as you go. And let's just come up with some type of a bass line. For the bass line, I could either do an 808 or I could just do it like a regular bass. So let's just try both. We'll do the regular bass first, and then if we need an 808 in it, we can swap it out. So I'm going to use a default patch, push create, and I'm going to come over here to the top left. That's going to be where our sound library is. Hit bass right here. That muted bass sounds pretty dope. All right, let's just let's try with this first one. All right, cool. And we want to keep things simple, man. You don't want to like overcomplicate stuff because some things you can try to get too fancy. It can, you know, clutter the beat up and stuff. So we're gonna do something simple like this. All right, let's go. All right, I'm gonna keep that, but I might play it a different way. All right, let's quantize this. We'll do something called force legato. And then also I'm gonna go ahead and take the velocity up on all of the bass. I don't want the bass to be like varying. I want it to, you know, be a constant loudness. All right, bet. So what I could do here is this could be one bass part. So I can say bass 1, and then I can also flip it into this one. So I'll go ahead and do that and see what that sounds like. Quantize, boom. And then I'm gonna hit this for the velocity, tighten this up. Now the only thing I kind of don't like this doom da dum part. So yeah, we're gonna take that out of there. Highlight everything. We just hit this again. Instantly moves that note all the way to the end of that next note or the beginning of that next note. All right, bet. So it adds some variation to the bass pattern, and once I like arrange this beat, it will all make sense. And let me just also see if we might need to play a whole new bass part for this this mix up part. So let's just actually double this by pushing Command D, and I'm gonna push bass 3 right here and mute this one, and then we'll just play around with a bass part for this reverse. So we're gonna have to like think a little bit more on this one. Let's see here. Starts with this note. So I might do like something like this. And this is a real life example of how sometimes it could just you have to just take some time to find it. You know what I mean? Don't just lay down whatever, especially with like a detailed sample type beat, you know? So I'm gonna keep on playing around with it until I find it. Let me try like a whole different bass. That's almost there, man. All right, we'll try something like that. Let me just try some of these other basses. All right, I think it's gonna be the stinger bass. Let's see. All right, cool. So we got the main parts. We definitely messed up in this, but it's okay. I can fix it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and push Command A to highlight everything. Did that swing on it, 1/8. Get rid of some of these extra notes we played. All right, bet. So I might have to go ahead and play some of these notes an octave higher just so you can actually kind of get the fullness of it. So what I'll do, take it like this, push shift like this, and then I'm just gonna pull this up an octave, hold down shift and pull it up an octave, or option actually, my bad. Now listen to it now. Ooh, that's sounding nice. All right, let's just take this and we're gonna pull that velocity all the way up on the bass, and then I'm also gonna go ahead and do that forced legato. Just snap it all in place like it needs to be. Ooh, actually messed up here. Take this bad boy like that. Now let's do it. And then what we could do, hold down the option, grab some of those high notes, and we can just actually take the velocity down on some of them. All right, so this beat is pretty much a wrap. As far as actually getting the main parts of the beat made. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and end the video here. You're gonna have to catch the rest of the beat making process in another video. We'll probably name it like how to arrange a Drake sample type beat. So stay tuned for that next video. Also make sure that you visit my site, beatmakingbasics.com. We do have courses that you can purchase. The benefits of purchasing the courses, there's not going to be like the watermark here, and also you'll be able to download the videos legally and have them on your computer, watch them, whenever you want. My bad, we had a little. Anyway, you can download them whenever you want, or watch them whenever you want because they'll be on your computer. And also have kits too that you can get there as well. Before we end, for sure, also I want to let you know that we are doing a giveaway on our journey to 100,000 subscribers. Okay, so we have different mile points that I'm going to be, giving away certain dope prizes as we reach them. So make sure that you go to the site and download the subscriber bundle pack in order to get your entry into the giveaway. Okay, our first giveaway is going to be at 10,000 subscribers. I'm going to be giving away a pair of headphones. All right, a pair of dope headphones. All right, studio headphones, some real good stuff, not some cheap stuff we get off of like Alibaba or something like that. You know what I mean? Like this is gonna be some real deal stuff. Maybe like some Beats by Dre or some Sennheisers or something like that. We'll chop it up and see which we want. What the price is gonna be. But yeah, make sure y'all go to the site and grab that. Also, make sure you're subscribed. Those are the only two qualifications for being entered into the giveaway. Okay, and plus, it's $5 to get the bundle pack, but it comes with sounds. It also comes with a few tutorials as well. So you're gaining either way, even if you didn't win or whatever. It's only $5 you can get there. And then the courses, of course, those are lit too. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.